Okay, lie number one. The purpose of fat is to provide a cushion for the body as an insulator. That is a total lie. That is not what fat is for. The purpose of fat is to act as protection against the starvation of sugar fuel. To protect you against the starvation of sugar fuel. What do I mean by that? Well, an average body will burn sugar as the primary fuel source. Okay? That's what your body runs. And that's why you have the blood sugars that go up and down, up and down, up and down. But fat is not a primary fuel source. It's used as a backup. Only if you're starving of sugar. And that is the primary purpose. Why is that important? It's because in order to burn fat and convert over to fat burning, we have to starve the body of sugar. That's the bad news, but there's some good news. Starvation doesn't mean lowering your carbohydrates. Starvation is the elimination or bringing your sugars down to zero. What happens when you do that is your body will start to adapt and make all sorts of cellular machines like enzymes and things to burn a different fuel source. So it will adapt to burning fat in your body. Well, that's what we want. So this process of adapting takes 2 weeks, okay? It doesn't happen overnight. So when you are trying to do a diet and someone tells you, oh yeah, you just need to eat this food and you'll burn fat, they're lying to you. No, because in order to burn fat, you have to completely and utterly eliminate this right here. Now you might say, well, my cravings. Well, if you do this, you won't crave any sugar guaranteed. In fact, the way you know you're burning fat is you crave no sugars. Listen, burning fat is a way, way healthier way to do it. Burning sugar is like diesel fuel. It's very dirty. It makes you feel kind of funky. There's 3 times as much energy when you burn fat, and it feels much, much better. I've been in fat burning for about 9 years. So number one, it is possible to burn fat, but you have to starve the body of sugar. And that is one thing that's very, very, very important of anything else, because no matter what you do, if you don't do this, it's not going to work. You might lose weight, but that weight you lost is just water weight. It's not actual fat. I'm talking about putting you in some hardcore fat burning and shrinking your body fast. This is one principle you need to know because of the very purpose of fat. So that's a confusion people have. Okay? Now, one last thing. When you convert your body over to burning fat and you do this correctly, and let's say a Monday you go off the program and you have a half a glass of juice or a donut or a cookie. Well, the problem is that sugar will bring you back here for about 48 hours. So all it takes is a very tiny bit of carbohydrate to bump you out of fat burning for a good amount of time. It's not until those calories are burned up. Like you say you eat let's say it's 80 calories for a bagel, and you say, well, I'll just run that off. That's not how it works. So if you provide a little bit of sugar in your diet, just a little bit, you could actually prevent your body from burning any fat at all. And what's going to happen? You're going to have some weird blood sugar things. You're going to be craving like crazy. You're going to be tired. You're going to feel kind of funky. So there is a correct way to do it, but you have to understand these little details that make a huge difference, okay? So let's lie number 1. Let's go to lie number 2 in the next video. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.